Welcome to the Amazing Race podcast. My name is Jack.
And I'm Cyndi.
Wow.
Why do you have to do that? Jack.
I don't have to do it, but
Stop it, because it irritates me.
It irritates you. Wow,
Yes.
I didn't know anything irritated you.
Everything about you irritates
But,
me.
but we're good sports here, unlike some people.
Don't even get me started on that.
But, I'm going to start right off the bat. I'm going to thank our patrons.
Please do. We have a bunch of great ones, don't we?
We have tons of great patrons, but at this time I'm going to thank, if you want to become a patron, go to jayandjack.com. Click on the button that says Become a Patron.
There you go.
And we take $1 to $1 million.
Right.
I'm going to thank Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Ricknick Laffler, Joanne with the plan, Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier, Maggie the Magnificent, and the Drake, what are they calling him now? They're calling him the Supplier. I'm calling him the Destroyer. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, go listen to the latest RCAD After Dark, Rumblecast After Dark podcast that just came out today, earlier this morning. And you'll know why he's called
the Drake. I know why he's called. I want to say something to Drake, though. Can I say something real quick? I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to say thank you, Drake. I had a fun evening watching my husband. That's all I'm going to say. It was probably the best laugh I've had in a while.
Well, I'm here to, and Drake, he was there to help provide you.
Well, he was trying to help you, but anyway, it was a great laugh.
Well, it did help.
Yes.
It did take the pain away.
Yeah. Anyway.
But again, if you want to hear it, I'm not going to go into it here. And also, you can shop Amazon, just do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, Amazon, just go to jjack.com, hit the little Amazon up in the right-hand corner, you click on it, and then if you have an Amazon account, it goes right there.
It looks like your normal account and all that stuff. But we're going to get right into the Amazing Race. This was entitled, I Took Out a Polar Bear. So all the teams basically...
Isn't it funny how some of those, but those places like Vietnam, like Dubai, some of the warm places, they have their own little snow place, and it's probably a big deal.
Well, it's kind of like here where we have ice rinks in the summertime.
No, obviously. No, but it's probably different,
it must be a big deal because it opened up at 6:30 a.m.
Maybe it'll open for them. I bet they paid for the crew to be there and stuff like that.
Well,
we've done that before with TVs have rented stuff and we got in there.
I know, I'm sure, but I'm saying the sign said open up at 6:30 a.m. I don't know if it was.
I forgot it did do that.
Anyway,
interesting.
Interesting, but
yes.
Stupid. Let's see. So we got all the teams depart at different times, but they arrive at the same place. It's called going to Snowtown.
Snowtown.
Going to Snowtown.
Like downtown.
Life is great when you go to
Snowtown.
It's really cold. Anyway.
Okay.
Well, you're kind of punchy because you had no sleep.
I'm in one of my, I don't know if those ladies that are out there that listening, if you have it as you get older. I thought I was on the other half because I am 59 now. I think I've said it a million times.
59?
Of having insomnia. And so... I don't really know if it's insomnia, but I just can't go to sleep. And then I start thinking, like, okay, I watched Lucifer, the new season on Netflix.
Without me.
Right. Because I don't have time to wait.
Well, we watch it together, and then you just said,
I can't do it.
I'm going to watch it without you.
You're busy. You're like, what was just about? You're gone sometimes at night recording 2 or 3 hours.
I'm not gone. I'm here.
Twiddle my thumbs downstairs by myself. I have to be quiet. I can't clean. I can't vacuum. I can't make noise. So what am I supposed to do?
There are other shows.
Anyway. So there's nothing on right now. So anyway, so then I started thinking philosophical. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Philosophical stuff about Lucifer. Started thinking about things. I realized I was brought up Catholic, went to church, went to catechism, did the whole thing. Even my first marriage, got married in church, everything like that. I don't know the Bible very well. Just want to tell you that.
No, I know you don't know the 10 Commandments.
I don't. Anyway, what is that supposed to mean?
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I just want to share that with you. But anyway, so that's why I couldn't sleep.
All right, so all the teams arrive at
Snowtown.
This is not the Lucifer podcast.
Okay, sorry.
This is Snowtown. Not Snowtown. This is Amazing Race.
Oh, who's punching, you or me?
We're both a little punchy.
Okay.
Let's see. So they have what they have to do. They have to go to the top of the thing, ride a sled down. Both members have to take their own sled, ride it down, and get a clue from the polar bear.
Right.
Which they, I think it was Brittany took out the polar bear?
Yes.
She took out the polar bear. So they have to, Nicole no, I'm sorry, it was Nicole takes out, Nicole takes out the polar bear, but I think it was Brittany. I'm pretty sure it was Brittany.
Somebody will correct us.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
I don't know if I liked them when they were, I'm just kidding. No, I'm 100% sure it was Brittany. They have to make their way to, Chris and Brian have a speed bump. because they finished in last.
And they had to make how many snowballs?
25 to 30 snowballs. And I'm thinking it wouldn't be that hard to make snowballs.
Well, the guy kept saying they weren't packed well.
Yeah, the polar bear was pretty strict.
Yeah, he was.
And
he spoke English very well.
Yeah, but he was, well, keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight.
Right.
So, and what they're saying, it's not real snow, so it's ice. And, sometimes getting ice into a tight
but
ball.
you did it, because you used to throw snowballs at me from the exam room.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yes, it was. Good times, good
But
times.
it didn't have to be a perfect
True.
snowball. Let's see. So, a lot of teams are having trouble finding a cab. They can't find a cab. I mean,
Right. It was kind of weird. It looked like one section was just for the motorpeds or motorbikes. What are they called?
Scooters.
And then the other ones were for cars. It did seem like there was like two different highways.
It did seem like that, except when they were kind of driving, it did seem like it was a free-for-all.
Yeah, true.
But
oh my God, I couldn't do that.
It would make sense to have scooters in one your own lane, and then cars in the
I mean,
other.
when I think about, last week when I think it was Sharon who was saying, is it Sherry? Sharon, anyway, talked about us being...
Sherry.
Oh, I'm losing my mind.
Sorry, Sherry.
Apply for
Sharon.
Amazing Race. I think the hardest part is adapting to each country's rules of driving, their cabs, how everything is, because that just makes it all difficult and kind of challenging at the same time.
I've also said, too, that when we went to Europe, knowing French would help.
Yes.
Because it seems like...
Do you think that was that way in Vietnam, that French was spoken there?
Yeah, because the French occupied them for so long.
Right.
So...
I forgot. See, you're so good at that stuff. You're smart.
Thank you. I'll try. Anyway, so I think if I was going to go on the Amazing Race,
right,
I would learn some basic French
to get me to... But still, the part with the cabs and the driving and those... Oh, my God, when they were showing that part with them all on their little motorpeds... Motorped. What am I calling them? What are they called?
Just call them bikes.
Bikes. Anyway. But that looked... I was just like, it would drive me like crazy.
Yeah, so they have to get up there, and they have to find, like I said, they're all struggling to find cabs. The roadblock is driving yourself crazy.
I know, but I wish it would have said, like, how long they were taking to get cabs, like some time, like you could see the time
obviously
lapse.
it took some of them a long time because they
But
arrived...
don't you think it would have been cool to know that? Like, if you would have...
Yeah.
Like, sometimes those are some of the things I still wish they would have had Amazing Race, where they would show, like, different... Like, I want to know, like, what's the time from in between? What's going on? I don't understand why they don't share that part of it.
Yeah, they do. They share sometimes.
Sometimes,
like they'll show like a 35th attempt. I mean, it wouldn't. All you have to do is just punch in the number.
Right.
They've been Tyler and Corey have been looking for a cab for an hour.
Right.
Whatever.
Like, I would have just to kind of know. Like, I feel like when we're watching it, there's really no sense of timing, or how far they are, and that
kind of like it was for me this weekend.
Yes. Anyway. Yes.
So you need to take a motor scooter, master a motor. You have to master a course on a scooter. Now you're getting me to do it.
I'm sorry.
And you have to do the lines. Now, it's like a figure eight.
Right. So I felt like watching, I'm like, I could do that because I used to be an ice skater and I used to have to do figure eights called patch. And I had to make, yes, because listen to me. Listen, Larry. You have to draw the same edge over that same edge again. And then each time you had to do your little push marks or your marks like that, you had to be right on each other and they had to be centered. And yes, I could have done it.
But I've never seen you on a bike, let alone a motor scooter.
Well, that might have been a little bit difficult, but I think I could have stayed in the lines. Because I color well.
That's great. That's great. Staying inside the lines because I'm good at coloring.
But I did patch, and you have to figures. You have to be like precise.
You should say figure eights because no one knows what patch is.
Okay, figure eights.
Okay, figure eights.
Yes.
And they've eliminated that because
years ago.
It was boring.
I was coaching Ben, so that was probably the 90s.
Jamal's the first one to try the roadblock. Beth and Jamal, Eliza are struggling to complete. Both Jamal and Alyssa are struggling to complete the course. It's a little harder.
Right. Because they couldn't put their feet down, which that would be difficult. And you probably had to figure out the speed.
It's a speed and balance,
right?
Obviously, to get that going. Brett and Chris need 25 to 30 snowballs. And there's Tyler and Corey and Brittany and Janelle still can't find a cab. And I like how Tyler is a little snippy with Corey saying, you know what I'd like? You just stay over there and try and find a cab. Which he was right.
You know what? But I could have seen you and I doing that. Like, exactly like imagine us.
But, but Tyler should back off a little bit because I think Corey is carrying him so far this season.
I would agree with you.
So, Tyler, back off a little bit.
Yes. You're being a little stinky dinky.
Yeah. Nicole, looked like Nicole wanted to do the challenge over, at least it sounded that way, over Victor. She goes, well, he says he can do it, so I guess he'll do it.
Right.
But I think she wanted to do the challenge.
Why would you think she wanted to?
I just the way she was saying it. I just thought
But he did a good job, Victor, didn't he?
He did a very good job.
Yeah,
but eventually, he's been doing a lot of them, right? So eventually,
yeah, right. Because you're right.
She might have to do one that's a lot tougher.
Yeah, you talk about this a lot about paying attention to those things. You're right.
Yeah. Jamal was first to get his license. Alyssa is second, and right now, we're going to take a commercial break.
Okay, fine.
We come back from the commercial break, and Victor gets his license. So
yes, he
does.
He's in
third. Eliza is terrified of the scooter. Already, she's psyching herself out. She doesn't want to do it. She's like, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
She's terrified.
And sometimes when you get in your head, that's the worst thing you can do. Any kind of, even if you were just playing a sport.
Yeah, I get it. If you were going if you were going on the road, or if you were going fast, or if you were doing something where you're going a high rate of speed, and there was a lot of. I get being afraid, but I don't understand why it was so terrifying. Yeah. But again, I wasn't there, so I don't know. Tyler and Corey are last to get a cab. They finally get
their cab.
And I thought at this point, they're going to get eliminated.
I thought the same thing.
It's gonna come, here's a great team that's going to get eliminated because of cab. And we find out there are 100 million motorbikes in Vietnam.
That's amazing.
100 million.
That just blows me away.
That's 100 million people.
Right.
100 million bikes. That's what the cab driver said.
All right.
So I thought that was good. Colin is fourth to get his license. It helped that his 11-year-old son has a dirt bike.
Yeah, but he got it on the first try. He was fourth, but he got it on the first try.
Well, he's been doing it. So the next things up are irritation
or irrigation.
Irrigation, and so
it was like I'm surprised you didn't do a joke there. Sid or irrigation. You didn't do a joke.
Well, I got something later on.
Oh, okay, I figured.
So anyway,
I figured.
Well, so you have to irritation is you have to paddle a little boat. It looks like it's a weed,
like a basket.
A basket. It's a giant basket
with paddles.
There's two of you in there. You have to paddle across a bridge, carry the boat
basket over
the bridge. Continue on your way. Get a basket with 5 fish.
And the basket.
And then you got to come back to complete the task. Irrigation is you have to complete.
Wait. By the irritation, though, there's people in there irritating you, splashing you, getting in your way, bumping you. That was the irritation.
Yeah, it did look like when Brittany was in it, she wasn't. No, Nicole was not happy. She had a stink face on.
Yeah, she did.
When they were doing it. She had that look like, stop doing that to me. But anyway, so then and then on the irrigation, you have to complete a wheel.
Yeah, I wouldn't have chose. Would you have chose that one?
No, because it's tedious, and I don't like tedious things.
I think anytime I would always choose the opposite. That's tedious because when you're stressing and you're trying to get things done, you're not thinking, you're rushing, so you're not doing it correctly.
And it definitely was the harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Task. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Right.
But you think, okay, can I paddle a boat? But to me, paddling a boat would be a lot easier than taking my time. And like you said, you're tired.
Yeah.
It's got to be perfect.
Right. And you're stressing out, and then you're, all that in there. I think that makes it more difficult.
So, I would definitely take in the boat challenge. We come up, both Jamal and the Afghanimals and the sisters take they're
the only ones that did it.
The first two there.
Yeah, they did the irrigation.
Irrigation.
Right.
Let's go. Which
is weird because they were both in first and second place, right, when they first got there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, the only thing I'm thinking is maybe the sisters wanted to stick with them and maybe not do something different. I
thought they said something about they didn't think they could paddle, which doesn't seem right because they're pretty good athletes.
Don't they take yoga?
It was to do with paddling.
I don't know. It seems like it seems like it
because they would have balance.
Yeah, they have balance.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Let's see. Chris and Becca get their license. Colin and Chris, Victor, Nicole choose irritation.
Right. Which seemed like the best way to go because everybody was fast on that one.
Yeah. Janelle gets her license. Jamal and Leo start to fill up their pot. They did it pretty fairly quick.
Right.
The sisters are wrong.
Right.
And they're wrong.
Right.
And they're wrong. Team sisters.
But like you said, the one sister was, you're right. Because I kept saying, oh my gosh, she does a really good job keeping her calm.
I have it written down here later on, but Alyssa did a great job of keeping Rachel calm. Because Rachel it's Rachel's biggest weakness. She just gets so stressed out.
She does.
And she's,
Right.
And maybe at that time, they should have switched because it was a close finish.
Right.
But they couldn't have switched at the point where they wanted to switch.
No, I would agree with you. Because at that point, they would have lost, definitely.
Corey gets his license, and that's when Corinne says, well, it's not really her fault. She didn't grow up in a trailer park. She never drove a moped.
What does that have to do?
That's what Corinne said.
Well, first of all, my brother had a moped, and we didn't grow up in a trailer park.
Yeah, so I just thought, what a rude thing to say.
Yes.
What a rude... I know she doesn't care.
Right.
But, I guess she was blocking people on Twitter today that were calling her bad sport.
Oh.
But anyway, I just thought, God, to to me, I just it's just anyway.
I thought, that went right over my head. I thought maybe she was talking about herself, that she grew up in a trailer park. That's why she knows how to do it. That went right over. Went over my head.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I apologize.
See,
but I don't think I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're probably not.
Team Fun does irritation. Colin and Christy take the 5 fish, but they don't take the basket. No.
But she was smart. She opened up the clue and reread it before they got too far.
But here's my thought. You get the why would you take the fish and dump them out of the basket? What would be the point of that? Huh. I mean, just from a logical standpoint.
Yeah.
Again, I know you're in a race and you're trying to get it's something you're new at, but I go, my first thought would be like, well, why do I want the fish floating around here in the thing when I'm trying to get to the finish? I still got to lift the boat over.
True. That's right.
How the fish going to stay in the boat?
I never thought that way.
Anyway, so.
But they went back and got the basket.
Yeah,
she was smart enough to read it.
She goes, you need to go back and get the basket.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris and Brett take irritation. Leo and Jamal so close to filling it. Yeah. So close, but not close enough. Team Sister lost one of their ties in the ocean.
So they had to go back and get a new one.
I was like, those waves in that ocean were huge. Huge.
Oh my gosh.
Which ocean was that? Do you know which ocean they were at?
It wasn't an ocean.
Okay. But she said, I think Rachel said we lost our tie in the ocean. I'm like going,
okay.
Maybe it's an ocean. I don't
know.
Right. Maybe it's a runoff from an ocean. I don't.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Again.
Okay.
Call me out if I'm wrong, people. I don't care. Let's see. Eliza finally gets her license.
Yes.
Happy joy.
But you know what? She stayed focused. She got it. She finished it. Good for her. I mean, what a great accomplishment that you didn't give up.
Yeah. Victor and Nicole, Colin and Christy are. Is it Christy?
Yeah. Yeah. So they're running. That was weird. How did they were all together.
Well, they're neck and neck.
Right. And then did they go different ways? Because it didn't really show that, did it?
They're working together to find the pit stop. But then they start running together.
Right. And then Colin and his wife, they put their backpack somewhere because they didn't run in with it.
Also that they go, let's go this way, let's go by them. So they went down a different way and went by them. Janelle and Brittany do irritation. Tyler and Corey, irritation. Tyler doesn't like bullies.
No.
You're a bully.
I'm sure he was bullied, in life. That's why he doesn't like bullies.
Well, I think he was joking.
Okay.
I think he was joking, too. Jamal and Leo finally finished their task, so they take off. Right, currently they're in third place. Team Sister is still not right.
No.
I'm like,
what was that, like 4 or 5 times they weren't right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 times. And it's one of those, because Jamal and Leo, remember, they lost because... One time because he had one thing.
Yeah.
He just kept overlooking it.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's why it's Zen Alyssa is keeping. That's what I called her. Zen Alyssa is keeping Rachel calm.
Yes, she is. Though she did a
great job. She did a great job.
She did a great job.
Colin and Christy finished first, just ahead of Victor and Nicole. They finished second.
Right.
It's a third second place finish for Victor and Nicole.
Yeah.
So they're team to be reckoned with. Yeah. But you have to say that, because Colin, like he said earlier, when he couldn't find a cab, how different he is now than he was 15 years ago.
He used a lot of bad language.
Yeah, he would have been cussing, screaming, throwing a fit. So being Zen...
Yes. See, maybe that's something you should take up.
I'm going to start taking it tomorrow.
All right, good.
I'll do it right now.
Okay, come on.
Rachel wants to switch, but at this point it's too late.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad her sister... And you know, the other good thing, too, is Rachel listened to her sister.
She did.
So that was
Or she might not have listened to her husband.
No, exactly.
Corinne and Eliza choose irritation, which was the perfect one for them.
Yes.
Perfect one for them. But Eliza says, we need to stand in the boat.
Yeah.
Because she sees them standing.
Right.
So, they're showing us how to do it. They're standing in the boat, why would you stand in a boat?
Yeah.
I mean, rule number 1, you don't stand in a boat.
True.
But who am I? Brett and Chris finished in third, which was great.
Yeah, because they were last. They had to do that roadblock.
Team Fun, fourth place.
Right.
Team Sister finally is able to start filling up. They can fart all they want, but they can start filling up their
water.
Their water jug or pot. Corinne and Alyssa tipped the boat over and fall in the water. Tyler and Corey finished in 5th place. Leo and Jamal 6th place with them because they were right out in front, but they got bogged down by that one challenge.
Yeah, they did.
And I think Jamal said, he goes, "Yeah, this can't happen with the rest of the teams left. We can't have one of those legs anymore."
Because there's some good teams on there.
There's some very good teams in there. Team Sister completes the task,
and I'm glad they stuck with it and they listened to each other.
Corinne and Eliza complete the task.
Right.
And it's like neck and neck. Janelle Brittany finished 7th. It's going to be a photo finish for 8th place. The sisters finished 8th. Corinne and Eliza just behind them.
Right.
And they said, "Oh, we're blessed to finish." And the sisters said, "Well, I guess we're not blessed."
Right. And then they go #not blessed. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And I just was like, "Oh my God!" And I got to say, it's okay to be upset that you get voted out or you lost, and you can be disappointed with yourself. But it was just totally poor sportsmanship.
Yes.
It was just you could go ahead and cry.
Yeah, I can see that.
But their reaction, "Oh, I'll never talk to these people again, and I'll never do this again. I'll never go to parties." That's not necessary.
Yeah.
You've coached kids and stuff like that, and I've coached kids and stuff. If they acted the way, I benched them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I almost took a medal or a trophy, whatever it was. It was a competition, and she had gotten second. And I think there was like 16 kids in the group, and she was throwing a fit because she wasn't first and crying. And these kids that were like 10th, 11th were coming up and congratulating her. And I finally said to her, "I'm going to take your medal away. I'm going to give it to that girl who got last." I said, "I am not standing here while you're making a scene like this. If you want to act like that, that's fine. You can go in your car, drive away. You can cry all you want in a car. But you're not doing this here. That's just poor sportsmanship, and I don't coach those kind of kids."
And they were terrible sports.
Oh, my
gosh. In
gosh.
fact, I'll go this far. I don't want to see them back on The Amazing Race or Survivor.
No, I agree with you.
Again, who wants to see that?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no reason to act like that. There's far more things that are...
You can be upset and say, okay, I don't like them.
Right.
But,
because you don't have to like everybody, but still, they're just their whole... The other team looked like they were winners. The sisters were winners. They said, what a great bunch of girls they are. They were good competitors. Even if they didn't like them, they were smart.
They're saying the right thing.
Yes.
Where they said, "Oh,"
yeah.
And they're rolling their eyes and they're huffing, and they go there and cry and they're talking loud enough for them to hear.
Yeah. The whole thing was.
I'm speaking on.
And if you're blocking, then you didn't believe what you were saying. If you were going to say those things you were going to say on camera, and then now you're blocking, like you said on Twitter, then you should have. Yeah, that just means you didn't care. You didn't believe in your words.
You're a poor sport.
Yep,
So anyway,
absolutely.
I don't want you back, but that's it.
I agree with you.
But that's all we got. I mean, it was a good race. I mean, right now, what team? If you had to pick one team,
I'm Team Fun. I'm Team Fun. I thought it was with the cousins, but I'm going to Team Fun. I just like their attitudes. I love their attitudes. I love just their enjoyment of just being out there and having fun.
They are dorks. No, I'm saying they have fun.
Yeah, they're dorky. They just don't take life seriously. And it's a game. It's fun, and I think that's how you have to be. They're my favorite. My favorite.
Right now, I'm gonna go with Tyler and Corey. I don't know why. I just have a feeling with Tyler and Corey.
All right.
But we do have some feedback.
Woohoo!
So let's go to that feedback right now. We go to our Facebook page, the Jay and Jack Facebook page. You want to join the group? Just go to Jay and Jack Facebook group and just say, "I want to join," and we'll let you in.
Yeah, that's right. We let anybody in.
Well, there's some limits.
Okay.
Sherry said, "What are your thoughts on the two that lost?" I think we already said
I'm not even going to waste my energy or thoughts on them because that's just poor sportsmanship.
Michael said, even though they were entertaining most of the time, it made sense to me why they got eliminated. They are one of the weaker teams this season, and some people might say karma.
Yeah.
Sherry said, I was taken aback by the losing team's reaction. I thought, what did I miss that caused such an ungraciousness?
I'm with you, Sherry. What did they do something to each other? They were so upset with them?
I don't know. The whole cab thing in the beginning, but still.
Yeah, but still.
That's not enough.
I don't know.
Super bitter and snarky. Wasn't sure if I missed something and it was
I'm
deserved.
with you, Sherry.
Or if they were just sore losers.
Right.
Michael said, sore losers.
Exactly.
So that's what we had. And if you'd like to send feedback, you can give us a call at 385-309-0311.
Call anytime.
Once again, that's 385-309-0311.
Call anytime.
With your questions, comments, and or theories. Or you can just leave, like I said, you can join the Jane Jack Facebook group.
Right.
Sherry has a nice thing in there. It says Amazing
She always
Race.
has a nice thing. She was a nice person. I got to meet her this week, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you can send us an email to amazingracejc at...
gmail.com.
Once again, it's amazingracejc at...
gmail.com. Sorry, your partner's not up to it.
I don't know if it's on next week because Survivor is 3 hours.
Ooh.
Or if they're going to move Amazing Race to another day.
Well, we'll find out.
But the plan is, once Survivor's over, we're going to do Amazing Race right after it airs on the East Coast. So we're going to watch it, and it'll probably be up by 9:30, 10 o'clock that night. So we won't have to, because the problem is I have Survivor, and I can't.
No, I understand.
I can't watch both, man. I can't do it.
No, you can't.
So that's it. That's all we have for this episode. Again,
thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with us. Thanks for putting up with Cindy's insomnia. It's a rough thing. I feel bad for her.
I'm doing everything I can to sit up and pay attention.
Pay attention, but, you know.
It is what it is.
You're doing what you can. You're a trooper. You showed up, and that's all that
Yes.
I care about.
Well, I'm
Giving
glad.
100%, and you weren't there going, I hate you, I'm not going to your parties.
No. I was taught not to use the word hate.
Hate.
To say dislike.
I was taught to use the word hate all the time.
It used to bug me so much with my mom, but I get it more and more as I had children and taught. I used to say the same thing to my kids. Don't say hate.
Don't say hate.
But it's just because it's a strong word.
It's a strong word.
Yes.
I hate that word.
Whatever.
But yeah, if you want to become a
patron.
patron, go to just go to jayandjack.com, click on the button to become a patron. Or if you like, shop Amazon, and who doesn't?
Everybody shops Amazon. You should shop Amazon. The way everything they have there is amazing.
Unless it's putting you out of business.
Oh, that's true.
Then we apologize.
Yes.
But I just go to jayandjack.com, click on Amazon. Every little bit helps. All the podcasters on all the networks. We have the broadcast, the RCAD, which has a pretty interesting story about me this weekend. Actually, it was a pretty good podcast.
Game of Thrones,
Survivor, and Owen and Brews Barbecue, and of course, The Amazing Race with Jack and Cyndi. That's all we got. I thank Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter Glaffeler, Joanne with the Plan, Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier, Maggie the Magnificent, and the Drake, the Supplier, Destroyer, whatever you want to call him. We thank him. That's all we got. Hasta luego, and goodbye.
Bye.